Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever you want to call it, whatever time it is you're watching this. This is for you, my sunshine. It's day 38 of your daddy in Dubai. And look, I found a new setting, right? I found a place and it says above me, make life remarkable. I think it's the perfect backdrop for what I'm doing here in life and devoting a channel to teach you about my daily activities in Dubai and all the things that I'm learning, right? So today is, and I did a short about it, it's called WinsDay. You celebrate your wins. And if you did not remember what was on the first short, the idea is that, listen, if you woke up today, you won. If you woke up today in a bed in a house and you went downstairs and you got food in the fridge, you're a winner. In fact, you are 75% richer than everyone else on earth. How about that? So, first of all, 1 million people will not wake up this week around the world, and 1 million people will go to sleep and they won't wake up. That's a fact. So, the fact that you woke up is your first ever win of the day. Secondly, like I said, if you have all of those things, then you are in a position where you have won. How amazing is that? So we talked about that this morning, and look, one of the things that happened today, my good friend Kalpesh told me about an experience he had in the mall where he met a gentleman by the name of Tony. Tony has a Italian place in the mall called Joey's. Now, Joey is his son's name. Son, I think, is 16, but he's building this. So when his son gets older, he's got a business for himself. And I said, you know what, Tony, I really had to meet him because I currently live in Manchester. My wife and Sunshine, lives in Manchester. So as a result, I felt the need to connect with Tony of Joey's. And in fact, before I physically met him in real life, he's got his number, and I went to the staff and I said I got his number, but how I got his number was I went there and I said, where's Tony? Where's Joey? And I didn't know him, and she said, oh, shall I call him? And I said, no, he doesn't know me because I'm from the future. Anyway, she calls him. She says, do you want to speak to him? And I said, go on then. And when I spoke to him, I told him, I said, listen, you don't know me and I don't know you. We've never met, but I've heard about you. I said, so he said, well, take my number and stay in touch. So up until today, I've spoken to him back and forth at his, I said, I'll meet you there. And he's never been there in all that time. As a result, today was the day that we finally met. And what a legend. There's me thinking he's Italian. And guess what? He's not Italian. The first week I got here, I met loads of Germans. The second week, I met loads of Russians. And the third week, I'm meeting loads of Italians. So I was just thinking to myself, you know what? Maybe Tony is Italian. Turns out he's not even from Italy. He is Iraqi. And I thought, wow, I never saw that coming. But anyway, on Monday night, myself, Kalpesh Sue, his sister-in-law and nephew all went to eat at Joey's. And mamma mia, it was so, so tasty. Honestly, it was so, so beautiful. Real authentic Italian food. And the most impressive part was, if this was Tony's recipe, then the thing that was amazing, and having a business or several businesses in my lifetime, if you thrive off your passion to make things right, it's difficult to have that same flavor, the same effort that's put in when you're not there. And the day that we went to eat, was it good? or was it absolutely amazing? It tasted authentic Italian food. And I know about this because growing up in Preston, we lived opposite an Italian, or sorry, Sicilian family, Paolo, Angela, Calogero, children of Anna and Tony Rizzo, right? So growing up with those Italian Sicilians, meeting all these Italians just made me feel back at home again, right? So it was really interesting sitting there with Tony and just going through life. And I spent probably a good 2, 3 hours with him, and then went back to the Hotel Obelisk and did some had a couple of meetings there. And then from the meeting today, I mean, it was epic on a scale that you don't understand. And I'm not even sure if there's going to be a lesson today. Well, the lesson today is celebrate your wins, right? You don't know that you're winning every day. If you wake up, you won. So I don't even know how long this is going to be today. It was an interesting evening last night. Saw some fireworks. The building shook a little. Got a few warnings. And for that reason, I don't think I slept as well as I could have done. And it's now 11 o'clock Dubai time. I thought, you know what? I need to make this video. And I think what I will do in the morning is I'll leg it here, plug my laptop in and make a video of it, right? So day 38 in Dubai. Well, so I got a bit closer to getting my Emirates ID. What does that mean? Once I get my Emirates ID, I can open a bank account here. Once we get the bank account open, I can ask the funds to be released. And at least then I can do a few bits and pieces, get myself a Dubai phone number. What else? I'm looking for a new place to live. I have my eyes on something. I have a major plan of what I want to do moving forward. And do watch this space, because in a couple of weeks' time, I'm probably going to make an announcement, something quite ridiculous. And when you do find out, you're going to say, Dizzy, are you really going to do it? And I said, yes. You know why? Because you got to make life remarkable. Why? Because you can. Would you rather have a remarkable life or a normal life? Everybody would love a remarkable life, right? So you all watching this, Jaden, you have the opportunity to be remarkable. I feel really lucky because I spoke to you on Zoom today, and I spoke to you on Zoom on Monday, and it makes me happy. This is one of the things I look forward to every day, is creating a video, a digital version of me and what I do, and sharing it with you via YouTube. And as a result of that, people in the world get to benefit too. So with that in mind, love you to the moon and back, sunshine. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 39. So listen, day 38, WinsDay, the 18th of March was absolutely epic on a scale you don't understand. And tomorrow is going to be the same. There's going to be some epic things tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow I will go live from a store with absolute madness, one-of-one stuff. So I will get permission from the guys if I can do some live footage of the place, and no doubt I will share that with you guys. And what I will do is I'll put Tony's place here in Wafi Mall. I will put that on the description. So if ever you do come to Dubai and you want some authentic Italian food, you can go and check out in the description. It will have the details. And while we're talking of that, if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe, like, set the notification so you know there's another call. So know that I am going to do this every day because I'm doing it for my son, doing it for you, sunshine. And as a result, I think this is going to become the backdrop, right? Make life remarkable. It's a coffee shop in Wafi Mall, and they make good coffee, and it's got a good surrounding. And I think this is the only sign, if I'm correct, that has. It's the only place in the whole place, and the whole coffee shop that has "Make Life Remarkable" on the wall. And it's not just on the wall, it's lit up too. But I did not mean for all of this to coordinate a match, but somehow it did. And yeah, that's it. Take care, people of the planet, and celebrate those wins. I mean, look, you don't have to wait for WinsDay. If you wake up every day, you win.